Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for watching, tuning in, and listening today. I am going to be doing a 2022 full year reading for the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. This reading is going to be structured as my readings typically are. In the first column, we're going to take a look at past energies, things that are wrapping up in 2021. We're going to take a look generally what's going to happen in 2022. And we're going to do a column specific to money, a column specific to love, and in our last column we're going to do a message from your future self or spirit guide, so something major to carry in 2022. I always do say this, but I would recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising. We're talking about such a long period of time with it being a full year, 2022. It'll give you a bigger, broader picture of what's going to happen in the year. But of course I'll do my very best to give you any messages you may need in just this one reading. With that being said, Sagittarius, let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to pull an affirmation card first. And this is going to be kind of a summary and an affirmation for 2021. We have I feel transformed. Sagittarius, when I see this card, it typically does mean when it says that you are going through a major transformation, or in 2021 you had a major transformation. Transformation's good. We continue to evolve as we go through things and experience new things. We continually want to grow. So I hope this transformation has been something that's been really positive for you. But let's pull some cards and see what we had going on and what we have going on. The first thing that we have, first card here, is the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is kind of a low card, I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of like being at rock bottom. It's being in a hard place. It's kind of a low spot in life. We'll of course clarify that. However, what I'm getting immediately right off the bat, Sagittarius, is that maybe you are feeling like you're in a low spot, but I'm feeling like we've come a long way from that position. So I hope that that was the transformation, was getting out of that low spot that you were feeling. We have the Moon card next. This is voluntary change typically. It's also about trusting your intuition though. If you look at the card, there's a face hidden in the sun. When we see that, it's about looking within, it's having answers within, and that's our intuition that does that for us. So you likely had to use your intuition through this transformation to get out of this maybe low, not so good spot. Again, a card of change though too. So I think a lot of you are voluntarily moving away from this low spot. We have the Six of Swords next. I personally really like the Six of Swords card. I know it looks a little sad. Let's break it down here. We have these people, they're facing away from us. You can see their heads are all kind of hanging low and the swords are sticking into the boat. However, with the Six of Swords, it's a necessary transition. It's a necessary change. Again, transition, transformation. This is something that had to happen to move forward, Sagittarius. Trying to think if there's any other messages. Some of you could have actually maybe physically moved to, maybe you didn't want to move and you had to. So in addition to this transformation or change that was made, it very well could have been a physical move. Let's pull some clarifying cards though and see what we have. Okay, first things first, we have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is a card of love. It's very romantic. It's very much so a partnership card. It's proposal and marriage. Some of you could have gotten married or gotten engaged. Some of you could have been in a not very good relationship that ended, or you could have had a low point in a relationship also, is what I'm getting. However, I feel like on the relationship front, I'm getting the feeling that things are a lot healthier now. But I think this is probably indicating a low point in the relationship. That's the main message coming through. However, some of you could have been in a low point separate from this card, and there could have been engagement or marriage there. Next card we have is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is kind of curious, if that makes sense. But this could also be a card of gossip or prying eyes or truth. I'm getting for a lot of you, you found some sort of truth, like maybe you actually found something out, or you went with inside of yourself and found some truth that caused the transition that you had. Truth is the word that's really sticking with me with this Page of Swords. So I hope you take that as that resonates. But again, you looked within and trusted your intuition, and that change became quite voluntary. And as we mentioned before, it was necessary change. Now we also have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a card of retreat, rest, renewal, recovery. It's not surprising to me that you felt the need, that you were kind of burned out, that you didn't have a lot of energy, especially being in this kind of lull and that low point. So I'm not surprised to see this card. I actually do like the Four of Swords though, especially when we're talking about 2021 going into 2022. I would love for everybody, Sagittarius or not, to rest and renew and prepare themselves for the new year. New you, new year. It's going to be wonderful. But again, this is going to be a really good transition. So I'm not surprised that we see the Four of Swords in there. This is kind of just acknowledging that you were tired. This may have been kind of a rough spot or a long year for you, Sagittarius. This is also a card of renewal though. So you're really renewing your energy with this transition and moving on. It was very transforming for you. Overall, it might not have felt great, but I think it did a lot for you, Sagittarius. I do want to point out really quick in this column here, lots of sword energy, many swords that we saw in this column. That's air sign related typically, so this could have been air sign interactions, and is very intellectual when we're talking about swords. Next though, let's take a look at general 2022. I am royalty. I don't know that I've ever pulled this card in any reading, Sagittarius, and I'm so excited about it right now. I hope that you know that you are royalty. You need to think of yourself as the highest. Those around you need to be treating you to the highest respect. You are royalty, in case anybody hasn't told you that lately. How wonderful. Pretty excited to see that. So let's pull some cards and see what's going to happen for you. All right. So I'm getting that some of this change may carry over into 2022. Well, let's start at the top here, and of course we'll clarify. We have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is nostalgic. It's also looking back and reflecting. With the Six of Cups, though, it could be a gift. You see that this person here is handing this other person a cup with flowers in it. It could also be a reunion, like these two people are reconnecting after some period of time. So for some of you, you may be reconnecting, but it also could be gifts. You could be getting a lot of gifts coming in. But some of you, I'm getting that you'll still be reflecting on what happened in 2021 and moving forward. That transformation is never ending. We have the Four of Swords. I'm hoping to clarify this card, and I do think that we're going to get a positive card on top of this because this feels like old energy. I'm going to repeat myself, though, about resting, renewing, retreating, getting yourself recovered and ready for 2022. This is a tired card, but this is something that we can rest and recover from. We have it. I do feel like these are connected, but of course we'll clarify. Then we have the Tower. We talked that we might not have wanted this change. However, it was necessary and it is something that we knew we needed. Again, I think this is talking to whatever this incident or big transformation was in 2022 with the Tower. But Tower is very much so change, Tower type moment. But the Tower always takes us to better places. So let's clarify and see what we come up with here. Well, I'm glad we had that change or that Tower moment, Sagittarius, because it's the right thing for sure. So first and foremost, we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a card of theft or betrayal or dishonesty, but it's also a card of running away, and running away is kind of exaggeration because it could just be moving away from something. So this person's like picking up their swords and they're like trying to scoot off this car. They're trying to get away from it. So you may have found that that reunion is not quite what you wanted. You, I think, are going to continue to keep moving forward from whatever happened in 2021 is the message that's coming through. You are going to, again, maybe not run away, but continue to move away, distance yourself from those things, which I think will be good. The next card that we have is the Nine of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is like, to me, solidifying that things are going to be okay and that this transition is really good. With the Knight of Pentacles, this is a card of luxury. It's a card of self-sufficiency. It's a card of financial gain. It's also sometimes solo pleasures. So doing things alone that are making you really, really happy. For those of you that had that relationship end, that's where that kind of solo piece is coming in. But like, you're doing great by yourself. You don't really need anybody. What I'm also getting is that on top of this Four of Swords, as you rest, as you recover, money is going to keep coming in. Things are going to continue to shift. Again, this is like solidifying whatever happened was the right thing, and you're really on the right path now. Then we have the Four of Wands, again, solidifying on top of this change that it was the right thing. This feels like a lot of reassurance coming through for you, Sagittarius. But with the Four of Wands, this is a card of celebration. It's a card of family, friends, reunions. Reunions coming through pretty strong for you. I do want to mention that again. So likely you will be reconnecting with somebody in some fashion this year. But with the Four of Wands, I think this is going to lead to success. This is a celebratory accomplishment type card. So as you think through this transition, you think through this change, we start to rest. You're going to know, if you don't know already, that whatever happened was the right thing to happen, and you can move forward to much better things, Sagittarius. So now let's take a look at the money column. Anything related to money is going to fall into this. So it could be your job, your career, businesses you own, investments you have, really anything touching money. Okay. Before I pick up these two cards, I want to say something because something's coming through a little bit. You have two blindfolded cards here, but this is very much so you questioning yourself, Sagittarius. That message is coming through pretty strong. So I do want to take the time to say, make sure that you're not questioning yourself, because you know what's right, you know what's wrong, you know what you need to do. You may not know if you're on the right path, but let me be first to tell you that you are. So let's take a dive into these cards. Sword energies stay in pretty strong coming through the reading. So again, that sword energy is air signs and intellect related. But first things first, we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords obviously doesn't look great, but it's actually a card I really like, because when I see the Eight of Swords, I can kind of give you a warning. I can tell you what to look out for. That's really the whole point of tarot, is it makes you smarter. It makes you know what's coming, and it can change kind of the course of things and how you respond to them. So with the Eight of Swords, this is a card of self-imposed restrictions and isolation. So if you look at this person, their arms are tied down and they're blindfolded. However, there's lots and lots of swords stuck into the ground. So this person could very easily scoot back and cut themselves free. So this is about empowering yourself to do the things that you need to do. If you're feeling limited or feeling stuck, Sagittarius, I feel like it's you limiting you. It's you questioning you, not anybody else. So keep that in mind to make sure anything you want can happen. So you just need to keep that in mind, that you're in full control. Don't question that there. Then we have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is about compromising or making a decision. I think a lot of you will decide to move on to a new job or decide to switch career paths. A compromise isn't really sticking. This card can mean compromise, but what I'm getting is there just will be a career or financial decision coming for you in 2022, Sagittarius. And then at the bottom here, I feel like this is really great. I'm glad the Three of Cups was thrown in here. This is just saying that it's going to be okay. It's the right path. You're doing right. The decision you make is going to be right. Don't question yourself. What you're doing is correct, Sagittarius. So with the Three of Cups, this is a card of friendship. It's a card of circle of support. And most of all, it is a card of celebration. You see our circle of support there, but celebratory. So whatever decision you end up making is going to lead to celebration. It's going to be the right move for you. It's going to be very happy. So keep that in mind. Let's clarify and see what other money stuff we have. So we have that Knight of Cups. I love the Knight of Cups. This is like a card of princess or Prince Charming. It's kind of that knight in shining armor. This is a card of like romance or proposal. So a lot of you may be getting a new business proposal, a new business partner. If you're questioning if you should take a path or hire this person, or if like letting somebody come in and help you run your business is the right thing to do, I would say yes. This is going to be a good person, whatever fashion they come in, whether it's investor, new employee, new coworker, it's going to be good. Again, I feel like you know the right answers. Don't second guess or question things that come in with that card. Then we have the moon. The moon is voluntary change. We talked about voluntary change over here. We have the moon in the same column. This is trusting your intuition. Remember, I told you, you know, so don't question yourself. Trust your intuition as you go through these things. You're going to have to make a decision. When we have the face in the sun, we already talked about this. This is you and your intuition. This is knowing within what's going on. So as you make this decision, just trust your intuition. Look inside, look for the answers, find what you need. But it's going to be good. Shift whatever it is. Maybe it's hiring this person, it's switching jobs. Just trust yourself that you know what you're doing. And we have cup on cup down here with the 6 of Cups. I think this is going to be well rewarded. This is a card of gifts. This is again a card of reunion. Maybe you're going to be hiring somebody you knew previously or working with somebody you knew previously. But what I'm getting is that you're going to be rewarded. Whatever this is, hiring this new person, making this decision, it will be well rewarded. It will be celebrated. Now let's take a look at love, relationships, really anything in that vein. It could be family as well. The card that comes up first is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is new. Anytime we see an ace card, it's a new something. This comes up as new project or new inspiration or urge to create typically. Some of you could be creating a new relationship or have an urge to kind of spice up or change your current relationship. We have the Chariot. This is action and change again. I feel like I said change to you a lot, so I apologize for that. But this is a journey. Somebody once described this to me as the vroom vroom card. And what that really means is things are moving. Some of you could be feeling like you don't know where your relationship is going. So with the Chariot card, there's the city in the background and the Chariot's leaving the city. And like the Chariot doesn't really know where it's going, but it's going to the right place. So for those of you that are questioning if this relationship is going somewhere, I do want to confirm that it is. So just take that for what it means for you. And then we have the Judgment card. The Judgment card is clarity. It's a final decision. So I think a lot of you are going to have clarity in your relationship or clarity of what you want if you are single. If you're single, I think this is a good time for a new relationship as well. But lots of clarity. Maybe going back to clarity here really quick. Maybe if you're not sure where this is going, you're going to get clarity on the relationship, where the relationship is going. So just wanted to mention that really quick. Got ahead of myself, sorry. Okay, let's take a look at this next clarifying cards here. We have the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands is victory, award, recognition, good news, success. If you've been trying to like connect with somebody, it will be successful. Like if you've been trying to pursue a boyfriend or girlfriend, it will be successful. Very much so a celebratory card, so this will be success. If you're like going to try something new in your relationship, it will be very successful. Overall, success is the key here that's coming through with that 6 of Wands. Then we have the King of Swords. This is strategic. This is long-term. Interesting what I was saying here because some of you like are maybe not sure where this is going, and I'm here to tell you that it's going long-term. It's going to be moving in the direction that you want it to, even though you're probably questioning somewhat where it's been going for this time. Then we have the Hermit. The Hermit is going within for clarity. You're kind of on a quest. You're on a personal journey. So I think some of you that are single, you have probably been learning a lot about yourself and what you want. And for those of you in a relationship, you'll be learning a lot about each other and yourself on this journey. So getting that this is really good. We have the light here and we're trying to navigate where things are going. So you're getting a lot of inner clarity, if that makes sense. And that's on top of the Judgment card. which is again a card of clarity. So I just think a lot is going to come to light for you on the relationship front. So let's take a look at our last column. This is messages from our future self or spirit guides. So something to take into 2022 for you. We have the card, I will worship. Make sure you're worshiping yourself. Worship those around you. Worship the ground you walk on. All around there. Okay, the first card that we have, again, the sword energy is staying pretty strong in this reading. But we have the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords can be a card of loss. Some of you could be having surgery coming in 2022, feeling the need to put that out for some of you. But this is kind of a heartbreak moment sometimes. We'll clarify and see. I feel like some of you could be coming off of heartbreak. This is like old energy that's being healed, but we'll clarify. Then we have the Lovers card. This is a card of partnership, deep love. It also can be self-love though. And occasionally the Lovers card indicates a choice. We'll do some clarifying to see what that means. Then we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is kind of a bully card, a theft, violence, abusive. It's like not a very good relationship. So I think this is very much so a relationship around. So some of you will be potentially grieving or having a heartbreak for a relationship that does end. Maybe you thought it was love and it ended up not being. But let's see where this takes us. We have the Highest Priestess. The Highest Priestess is, again, trusting your intuition, trusting yourself. But there could have been a secret that came to light that possibly caused this relationship to end. You might have been shocked by something that you found out. I do feel a lot of recovery coming for you. We do have the change. This is definitely indicating the change in relationship. And it probably was something that kind of threw you off guard. I get that, like, it maybe wasn't something that was as anticipated. It was something that came to light that we weren't expecting. This could be friendship or relationship. I do want to clarify that. And then we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is about setting boundaries and keeping boundaries. This is going to give you new light, though, to what you do and don't want in life. The nice thing about the Nine of Wands, so all these wands are stuck into the ground, but it's not a wall. We're not blocking everything out, but we're letting only in the good things, only the things that we want. So there will be an end to some sort of relationship, but it's going to be really important for you to understand and grow from this. And it's going to make you a lot smarter about what you want in the future. So that is the message from your future self. Overall, Sagittarius, 2022 is looking really wonderful. I'm excited to go on that journey with you. At this time, I'm going to do 3 yes or no questions. So if you have questions about 2022 still after this reading, we're going to use the Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. And I'm going to give you 3 short yes or no answers. You can pause the video now if you need. But let's see here. For question number 1, we have the Queen of Spades. This is the number 42 card. That's going to be a yes. Then for question number 2, we have the Ace of Spades. This is the number 37 card. That's going to be a no. And last but not least, question number 3, we have the 10 of Diamonds. This is the number 8 card. This is going to be a no also. So yes, no, no to your 3 questions, Sagittarius. I debated if I was going to do this, and I decided I was going to. I am going to pull a card from the Healing Stones deck, so I'll give you a crystal to carry throughout the year of 2022. It will support you. Keep it in your pocket, put it on your nightstand, leave it on your desk at work. The crystal that you got is Aquamarine. This is going to put you at ease. It's going to help with your intuition. We did talk a lot about intuition today. It gives your life drive, it gives you buoyancy, it gives you ease, and it gives you the ability to get some depth that maybe you're not getting previously. I don't typically pull these, but I'm going to today. I'm going to pull a card from the Angel Wishes deck. So a message from your angels. The message that we're getting: while you have a pulse, make every beat of your heart count. I'm also going to pull a card from the Let Go deck. You know, 2021 is coming into an end. We're going into 2022. We need to let go. So let's see what our Let Go card is. We cannot know paradise if flowers refuse to release their fragrance. Give your gifts freely. And then last but not least, I will pull a note from the Healing Note deck, which I usually do. You know, we always need more healing. Let's see here. At the end of the day, all you need is hope and strength. Hope that it'll all get better and strength to hold on until it does. Thank you so much, Sagittarius, for watching, listening, tuning in today. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Really looking forward to hearing from you. Also, if you feel inclined, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. And if you subscribe, you'll be notified in the future when I create new videos. But thank you so much, Sagittarius. I hope you have a wonderful rest of 2021. I'm looking forward to 2022.